A Tale of Synapse is a video game in which you play as Néro and Sci, with one or two players. One takes Néro, the other Sci. Immersion in artistic direction is the first area that we have worked on a lot. To make players aware that we coexist with mathematics, we have created a world entirely made of numbers, symbols, and shapes. Indeed, as you can see, there are math references everywhere. We made torches with P symbol, null signs. Plants are designed with integrals and the greater or less or equal symbols and square root symbol. I'll let you observe. Each world has its own master shape and its own shades of colors. Here in the world 4, it is the squares. Color is very important. We wanted to show the beautiful and mystical side of math through color in this unique artistic direction, which can only be applied to this game. Let's now talk about game mechanics that we have special tailored to solve mathematics and logic-based puzzles. Here is a matter creator with which we create circles, rectangles, squares, or also triangles. You can choose the angle and size of shapes to fit each puzzle. Here we are on the very first puzzle with this matter creator. So we are just asking the player to understand how it works. As you can see, the game is based on Singapore mathematics method. We experiment math with shapes, images, concepts that allow us to understand them in another way. For example, with the balance, the vector arrows and targets, etc. The white dimension is a special skill used by Sci that lets you see a mathematical parallel world where you can find clues. Only Sci can interact in this dimension. Later in the game, mechanics and puzzles are mixed and you must use your logic to solve more complex puzzles. The difficulty curve is slow to let time to let player fit to each new mechanic. However, the game mechanics are not used only to solve math puzzles. They are also used for the platformer game in order to grow the difficulty through the levels. Here we can see Sci who interacts in the white dimension by using paint to fill in blocks so that to go from a dimension to the other. The platforms are also more and more complex to pass as in the World 4. There is no life bar or death to avoid the punishment in addition to the complicated puzzles. For example, you can fall from very high, but the punishment is the time to come back where you have fallen. However, you lose life counts with each time enemies hit you. Each character has his own special skills that are allowing a true teamwork. We can buy these skills with the light coins that are found in the game, but players can't buy all the skills in the first levels. They will have to defeat bosses to unlock certain higher skills. Last but not least, there are more than 60 friends to find in the game. If you find all friends in the world, some secret levels are unlocked for the player's skin on difficult puzzles. These friends also help you to understand the story and the moral of the game. which has been a central element in our work. We can now concentrate quietly on the music of the game, which is very airy and relaxing. The music is tailored to give a pleasant atmosphere in puzzles, but also to represent the abstract of the mathematics. The music evolves slowly throughout the game. We start with piano basses associated with light sounds of environments in World 1. Then World 2 starts to have more atypical sounds mixed with the pre-root environment. From World 3, still on keyboard tones, we begin to use much more mystical and ethereal sounds. We are increasingly entering a mathematical world. The music is sometimes more rhythmic when you fight certain bosses to set more pressure on the players when they solve the puzzles. But these moments are less frequent than the relaxing and mysterious general music.